It is my honor and my privilege to announce that Covenant is now a certified affiliate member of MD Anderson Cancer Network.
It's only been a year since Covenant CEO Ed Bruff announced the affiliation, and already hundreds of lives have been changed. Teaming up with the nation's top cancer institute, Covenant's Cancer Care Center further dedicated itself to the most advanced protocols and treatments for a disease that affects 1 in 3 adults.
We're very selective in who we bring into our network, and we're very proud to be associated with Covenant. They meet all of our qualifications, and when we know there's good fit, we know that our programs are going to work very successfully.
Your blood pressure is 117/71, which looks good.
Greg is in for his post-treatment checkup. After 35 radiation treatments and 3 chemo procedures, he's finally off the feeding tube and getting back to normal life.
Did you do it really fine? Do you find yourself finding?
It's a slow process. I do chew more.
Okay.
Because I'm so dried out, it irritates if I don't. Right now, my main concern is how to live after cancer, but we're dealing with that going one day at a time, basically.
It's been overwhelming since December 8th when the lumps in Greg's throat turned out to be cancer.
Pretty devastating, actually. EENT said you need to be prepared for this to be cancer, and the thought had never even crossed my mind that I could have cancer.
Greg decided to get help at Covenant, and that decision linked him to the most advanced cancer treatments in the world, as Covenant is Michigan's first certified member of MD Anderson Cancer Network.
Through the experience now, I've learned the affiliation, what it takes to be part of MD Anderson, and how they worked on my case remotely. And it was reassuring. Bon and I talked about that even during my treatment, that MD Anderson was being consulted during my treatment, which was reassuring.
It's a 50-year-old gentleman that presented with dry throat, and he noticed in addition to soreness, he had a lump in the left neck.
Greg's disease is unique, and that's where the collaboration really helps.
There's some cases that MD Anderson may see only 30 cases a year, where we may see none or maybe 1. So this is really being able to put the experts together and discuss a case. And most importantly, a lot of the care can be provided right here close to home. And that's really important to patients. That's what they want. They want access to experts and care that's close to their homes.
Covenant doctors use video links to Texas to talk with leaders in cancer research. This peer-to-peer consultation brings groundbreaking research and innovative clinical care to Covenant's patients.
How are you feeling overall?
Fatigued a little bit still. Everybody from, Dr. Koshrol to Vivian to the radiologists, the staff, the techs back there, they just took their time and were very understanding, and really felt like I was being taken care of, and they really cared about me.
Now press down a little bit on your tongue. Say again. Yeah. On the other side too. Yeah. Okay. Looks pretty good.
Dr. Kottrell sees no evidence of cancer, which is good news for Greg and his family. An Air Force and Air National Guard veteran, he'd like to get back to work helping others at the VA.
Does it help to go back to work and try and be normal?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's such a big part of what you do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So anything that kind of gets you closer to being normal is very helpful.
I'm hoping to go back to work for the Veterans Administration. So I've got to get through my scan, which is in another week or so. My first scan will tell us how the treatment went. And after that, make some decisions about career and just go from there.
So I think I've got some toning back. Got a ways to go yet, but...
Next door to the radiation center, Lynn is warming up. She's part of a special cancer survivor exercise class.
I know I needed to get back in shape and build some muscle again, and it's It's more the mental, I think, than actually the physical, because as you see, we share so much here, and the girls are wonderful. If they have a question or if you want to know something, they're always willing. If they have input, they'll put it in.
The mental part of this workout is the socializing she gets to do with other former patients.
It's not just an exercise class, it is a support group as well, and they could have the same type of cancer and have gone through a completely different treatment. They learn a lot from one another about medications, about physicians, about avenues of treatment and rehab. They're able to bounce ideas off of one another, and that's important because they've all been there.
Stretching, stepping, and lifting will help rebuild Lynn's body after months of chemo, 28 radiation treatments, and breast surgery.
In August, I found a mass, very large mass. And we even revisited my mammogram. There was no sign of it at that time, so it grew very quickly, very invasive cancer.
Today, Lynn is feeling stronger, walking outside and riding her bike. She found incredible compassion at Covenant during her time here.
I was hugged upon completion of all the treatments and everything, and I mean, they get to know you and they're living that with you.
Lynn was just as impressed that cancer experts in Texas were looking out for her, especially when she contracted a rare virus and was hospitalized for 17 days.
Yes, that was huge to know that she talked to 5 other oncologists, and she talked to the infectious control, and the radiation oncologist was included in it, so that was, you know, more minds are better.
Lynn will continue on with exercise class twice a week at Covenant.
Hang in there.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for all of your help
You're welcome.
during this whole thing. Sure couldn't have asked for anybody better.
Thank you. Good to hear.
Greg and his family now wait for the results of another scan to see how he has responded to radiation. And after a year of working together to help over 1,000 patients, the affiliation continues to get stronger between Covenant and MD Anderson Cancer Network.
This is just like any type of relationship. We're going to build our relationship over time. And with the affiliation, we've passed our 1-year mark now, but we're moving on and developing and growing our relationship so that we can enhance and improve the care for the patients.